Hello and welcome to our In Confidence series, conversations in which experts offer insight into some of the challenges facing industries in the UK. Today's subject is not business exactly, but the business of government and public service delivery. And how can the public and private sector best work together to meet the challenges to come? Well, I'm joined by Jane Duncan, who heads EY's Government and Infrastructure Consulting team, Amanda Sleight, who is General Manager for UK Public Sector at Microsoft, EY's Global Alliance Partner, and Rohan Malik, Government and Infrastructure Managing Partner at EY. Rohan, let's start with you and the biggest challenges facing public sector organisations at the moment.
Over the last 20 years, I've worked in 50 countries. And the challenges here in the UK are the same challenges I see internationally. How to create economic growth, which is inclusive, to create jobs and prosperity for all. And secondly, productivity. How do you reimagine government services to be cheaper, faster and better?
Okay, Rohan, let's start to unpack that, focusing on growth. We've heard about the mission to unlock planning and boost construction, but what other levers can be used?
The government has two key levers. One, investments, FDI, foreign direct investment, $2 trillion of that today looking to find a home.
That's an incredible amount, isn't it?
It's a big number. And we do hope to attract most of that to the UK in our key sectors like life sciences, logistics, data and AI. And second big lever is trade. Can the government have frictionless trade agreements with the likes of India, which we recently had, to ensure we can create economic collaboration between really the big economies of the world?
Jane, let's focus on boosting productivity in the public sector. What are the challenges and are there public sector specific solutions?
I think the public sector is incredibly broad, but there are some characteristics that they all have in common. They've got lots of very passionate, committed people who often work their whole working career in that organisation. So they build up a huge amount of knowledge, and it's how to leverage that to sort of optimise, get efficiencies from technology. They're using their very regionally dispersed teams much better with technology so that they can get the right skills to any project with people based all around the UK, which is fantastic in terms of bringing the right people together for programmes, and then they can disband. So it's a much more efficient.
Joining up together more.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it works really well.
Amanda, you work for Microsoft. You're embedded in many public sector projects. How can technology and AI improve the relationship and value at the intersection between the delivery of the service and the public?
I see organisations like the NHS using technology to really empower nurses, doctors. We recently did a study with 300 employees in government on AI and the productivity gains it would bring them. And we discovered that actually the average employee would save 14 days a year. The average employee, that makes a huge difference to their productivity gains. And in fact, in an NHS trust who rolled out Copilot recently, they used it to actually manage email and summarize meetings. And every moment that they take away from admin helps them to really improve the patient and the citizen experience. And that's where technology really makes a difference.
Is all the growth potential or the increase in productivity, does it all come back to technology like AI? Or are there any other areas that public or private sector are looking at to help boost productivity?
I think technology is woven into many of the changes that are happening. So, for example, getting a more regionalised workforce, that's only possible because there's more connectivity. But actually, there are benefits to more regional teams, which improve, understanding of different areas of the UK, and that's really important as well. So I think there's a bit of technology in a lot of the progress.
And finally, we've been looking forward, haven't we? How does productivity sit on the growth agenda? Is there a reason to be optimistic and confident in what it might deliver?
So two elements to that. The first one is the government is the mothership of all data. And for me, how do we harness the data, of which AI is one element, is really the final frontier. That means government needs to break away from silos and think of citizen first. The second element, which gives me hope, is humans at the center. While the world is moving towards a more digital world, we still have citizens. How do you put the humans in the center, as Amanda said, to reimagine work?
I think it's really understanding the art of the possible. And a great example of that for me are local councils. We've helped them to really embrace technology, improve the way that they engage with citizens. Whereas before they were doing admin, they were doing paperwork, it was taking people away from citizens. So I really believe that by weaving technology into process improvements, into the way government thinks about its approach to the citizen, we can really improve the outcomes government wants to drive, but the life of every citizen in this country.
And for you, Jane, same question, how does productivity sit on the growth agenda? They are intertwined. aren't they, inevitably?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we see the press coverage around how important it is that we grow, and obviously there's headwinds internationally. So I think understanding how we can make more impact with the workforce we've got is critical, not just within the public sector, but for the wider economy.
It's been such a fascinating discussion. Thank you to all of you. Amanda, thank you to you. Rohan, to you. And Jane, to you.